We have lodged, Mr. Sharibu has lodged a police report. The report is here. I'll hand it out to you shortly. It's a formal report to commence investigations. I think it's important to note that these investigations are not based solely on his report. What I mean is, after this, there might be other information which will come about to assist in the investigations further. So the purpose of Mr. Sharibu's report now is to kickstart that process, right? And this is something which I have advised him to do. As I have informed you yesterday, after meeting with the Attorney General was quite receptive to the idea of opening or further investigating this matter on the issue of motive on who ordered this murder. So this is, this is a good step towards achieving that ultimate goal. Jadi kita telah pun baru habis membuat laporan polis. Encik Sharibu telah pun membuat laporan polis tersebut, di mana tujuan laporan polis ini adalah untuk membolehkan pihak polis memulakan siasatan lanjut berkenaan dengan isu motif berkenaan siapa yang telah pun mengarahkan pembunuhan ini. Dan seperti yang saya katakan tadi, siasatan lanjut tersebut bukannya hanya berdasarkan laporan ini saja. Ianya boleh berdasarkan informasi ataupun maklumat lain yang mungkin akan timbul pada masa depan. So kami berharap ini akan memulakan proses siasatan semula tersebut. Okay.
Earlier you mentioned Musa Safi will be named as a key witness, right? Any idea where is he now? Is he still in the country? What's the status of his?
We have information as to where he is, but I think I can't divulge that.
Is he in the country?
I can't really divulge that at this point of time.
The report also urges the police to look for him?
The police, obviously, I think they have information as to his whereabouts, and I think obviously he will be somebody important for them to start with.
Is there a lead in the country?
I'm not sure about that.
Is Raza Bandina mentioned in the police report?
Well, he's mentioned in passing, but like I said, it's for the police to start the necessary investigations. He's not mentioned as a suspect. Nobody is mentioned as a suspect in the report because we don't know who the suspects are, and that's what the purpose of making the report is, to ask the police to find out who the suspects are.
Who else was named in the report apart from besides Raza Bandina?
You can have a look at the report. I'll pass it to you. Yeah.
Were there any new witnesses who stepped forward to offer to testify after the election of the new government, that they're not so scared now?
No, it's not a question of new government. I think it's a question of course, the new government is, like I said, the Attorney General is very receptive to this idea of reopening the case. But regardless of which government, I think this is a good case to be investigated further on the question of motive. There clearly was, Azila and Cyril clearly were instructed to murder Altan Tuya. Why are we being deprived of that information?
So in the report, the main reason that you're asking police to reinvestigate the case, what is the main reason? What is the reason that in the reports?
Well, the reason has always been obvious. I mean, like I said, Azila and Cyril certainly killed her on instructions. So why are we not being told who instructed? In fact, if you ask me, I think the persons, we don't know whether it's 1, 2, 3, how many people. If you ask me, the people who instructed this murder are equally, if not more guilty than the people who pulled the trigger.
What does this mean then for Cyril and Azila's death sentence?
Well, I think it makes no difference, assuming that the investigations revealed that there were third parties involved who instructed Cyril and Azila. It does not absolve them of liability. They are still liable or culpable for her murder.
Why be so? Mr. Sharibu's statement was taken just now?
No, not yet. We are hoping to get it done this afternoon, if not by tomorrow morning.
He leaves tomorrow, right?
Yes, latest we have to do it by tomorrow. That evidence will come, lah. That evidence will come. Like I said, this these investigations is not solely dependent on Mr. Sharibu's report alone. There will be other information forthcoming later.
Would you say that Musa Shafri will be the key concrete will be a key concrete lead to this whole investigation?
He is a crucial witness, certainly, yes.
Is he mentioned in the report or anyone mentioned in the report?
Yeah, Musa is mentioned in the report. He's not as a suspect. Nobody is mentioned as suspects. Let me make it very clear. Because we ourselves don't know who the suspects are. And that's why we are here, to ask the police to investigate so that they can tell us who the suspects are.
From now on, when will Mr. Sharibu be expected to return after this?
We have no plans for that yet.
He gives a statement, he returns.
Of course, his civil trial is coming up in August and September. I think you're all aware of the dates. So if that goes on, then he has to be here for that, because he has to give evidence.
Does it matter anymore if those who are on death sentence be commuted to life prison?
What do you mean?
Does it matter anymore? Because people are calling for those who are on death row to be commuted to life imprisonment. Does it matter anymore?
Of course, it matters to a certain extent because, for example, in Sirul's case, if his if his death sentence is commuted to life, then he's very likely he will very likely be extradited back. And of course, these are matters which I think, like I said just now, if there are third parties involved, Sirul and Azila are still liable for the murder. Whether or not that can be reviewed is a separate matter. I can't comment on that now. Okay. So I think that's about all. Thank you very much. This is the report. Okay. I only have 10 copies here. So I think